Hello again. Welcome to day 3 of your Plateau Buster mini course. So far we've worked out what success looks like for you. We've worked out what is holding you back, what's stopping you. And now we can work out how you want your business to move forward. So we're going to look at business models. Now, again, this is something that a lot of people kind of start to shy away from. I don't know what that means. Like strategy, I don't know. It's really simple. What do you want from your business and how do you want it to behave? What can you offer and how can you offer it? So there are a million different ways of working out what your business model might be. It could be all one thing. It could be all another thing. It could be a smidge and a mixture of all sorts. So I'm going to talk today a little bit about passive income, semi-passive income, and active income. What does that mean? When we hear about that holy grail of earning money while you sleep, creating something where you put something out into the world and people just buy it. So you wake up in the morning and you might have seen people talking about how they look at their phones in the morning and Stripe or PayPal says how much money has come into their account overnight as they slept. How wonderful would that be? Sounds amazing. And it can be, it genuinely can be enormous change for your business. But it also involves a lot of work too. Semi-passive income is kind of, so if passive income is do it yourself and putting something out into the universe, but it's up to you to do what you want to do with it. So if I were charging for this course, for example, I would put it out into the universe and then you would pay me whatever it was that you would pay me and the money would come into my bank account, passive income. Except that obviously there's work involved in that. Semi-passive income is where, for example, like a group coaching program, where it's not one-to-one, you are dealing with more people than that, but you're still having to do your job. It might not necessarily be wholly in person, but you still have to be working at it and you have to be working alongside. So that's like a done with you version. And then there is obviously one-to-one. So whether that's in retail or whether that's as a hairdresser cutting one person's hair, as a coach doing one-to-one work. Those three different models can either work separately or can work together. So you could have some passive income, some semi, some one-to-one stuff. They don't all have to be in the same sphere or the same industry either. So for example, you could have a buy-to-let flat that you keep that keeps bringing you money in, that brings you rental income in every month, unless you have a management agency. You're still going to have to do some work on it, so it's not entirely passive income, but it's put it out there and hopefully the money comes back to you. And for me, the difference between those is it's all a question of balance. One-to-one work is work at the time and money at the time. So and then on the flip side, you're putting a lot of energy in up front and probably money. So in the case of a buy-to-let flat, you're putting a lot of money in there for the money to come back. For active income, you're putting a lot of time and energy in for the money to come back. And semi-passive is obviously somewhere in the middle. So today is a download. I know it's no PDF. However, it's something for you to start opening your mind to, because a lot of the time we get squirreled down a certain rabbit hole of how, again, as a coach, for example, well, I have to have one-to-one stuff, and then if I want to have passive income, then I need to have a tripwire, and then I need to have this, all within the same industry, all within the same sphere. And it's not always the case. There are stocks and shares, the value of which can go up as well as down as well as up. There are lots of different ways of earning money, sometimes in your sleep, sometimes really not. I'd like you to have a look at that PDF today I'd like you to print it off. Sorry, trees. Because I'd like you to do some scribbling. I've got some suggestions on there. And these are not suggestions, individual suggestions for you. They are just options that are out there on the table. Think them through with no preconceptions. Don't think, well, I can't do that because. Really think about, well, is this an option for me? What would it bring me? What wouldn't it do for me? And I'm not suggesting that all the answers will come from that one workbook, but that process of opening your mind to, well, actually, I could do this and I could do some of that. And I could release some of the time that I'm doing one-to-one work to give me some time to write that book, passive income, or to record that video series. All of those things where if you're still running on the hamster wheel, you won't have the time or the energy or the mental space to be able to think of the other things that you could be doing. So today is an opportunity to do that. Download the workbook, sit quietly for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, clear your mind of your preconceptions and think what might be possible. Back to yesterday and the opportunities, what might be an opportunity for you? Again, please let me know how you get on. Please let me know if you're getting stuck. Please let me know if you've had any light bulb moments, because as I keep saying, I love a light bulb moment. Have a wonderful day all, and I will see you tomorrow to talk about messaging.